Hi, I'm Roger Hurricane Wilson, and I'm here at George's Music in Jacksonville Beach, Florida, and performing at Spring in the Blues. This is my third appearance here. Wasn't here last year, but 2 years before that, I spent a week here before the festival, both times teaching blues in the schools, and then doing the festival. Had the pleasure of doing an acoustic set on the west stage and a band set on the big stage. And this year, I'm just in for a short hop and doing a band show today on Sunday on the west stage, and then going to do a guitar workshop at 5 o'clock and just try to have some fun. Some people ask once in a while for a piece of advice on when they want to get started in the music business, and how you get started in the music business, and what do you have to do to become a professional musician. There's different things. The main thing is you do it because you like it. You can't really get it. You can't get into it for the money, but you can do it because it's fun, and that's the reason I started out. I just liked playing guitar, and I just kept going and going and going, and I'm still playing guitar. For a young person, I've heard some older blues musicians tell kids where they've asked them what they should do to start out. The biggest thing is to keep it clean, stay away from chemicals and booze and all that stuff, and just focus on the music and try to do the right thing and get as good as you can on the instrument, and listen to a lot of what you like, and study, and just make it a passion, and just keep following that, and eventually something's probably going to turn up. And even if you don't go that far as to become a professional musician, you still want to keep it fun and learn as much as you can, and enjoy the music. My greatest influence, I should say, I started taking guitar lessons when I was 9 years old, and the reason I started playing was just because there was a kid down the street that was playing the guitar, and I wanted to play guitar. I didn't know anything about it. And when my teacher on my first lesson placed my finger on the string to hold it down the note, and the note changed tones from the open string, I just went nuts, and it was great. I couldn't believe it. And after that, I just wanted to do as much as I could do. Later on, there were a lot of bands in the 60s when I grew up that were popular bands, a lot of the English bands. Of course, I was 10 years old when the Beatles came to America, and in early 1964, they showed up overnight, and everybody went crazy the next day. Before that, I had some early Elvis records, and was really influenced by Elvis's influences, because he started out with the blues, and the blues rhythms and I guess melodies, licks, riffs, whatever you want to call them, basically influenced me, and I was grabbed by that style of music. Then, of course, the English groups like the Rolling Stones, even bands like Paul Revere and the Raiders, the Animals, they all had blues tunes in between their hits. They all had hits, but they had blues tunes in between their hits. And these are the songs that grabbed me. I just remember a version of Boom Boom by the Animals, and I was 12 years old, and it just knocked me out. So I started listening to that kind of thing. Eventually, I was in Atlanta going to school, and I used to listen to the Allman Brothers Band in Piedmont Park, and they used to do free concerts in the early days. And I went to their first real big concert, and watched Duane Allman, and I was pretty much knocked out by his style of playing, because he wasn't reading from a book. He was leading a band, and I never seen anybody play flawlessly like that, just naturally. Because by the time I was 13 or 14 years old, I had a stack of books knee high, and I could read music, but I really wanted to just play. And so this was my biggest influence. And then after that, I just bared down on the guitar and started listening. Just loved the guitar, and started bearing down on it more and more. And then after high school, I ended up getting a job teaching guitar lessons, and I taught full-time for many years, and basically just bared down. That's how I built my chops up to play, and I just kept listening and learning, and I'm still doing that today. So if that helps anybody out there, I hope so.
Awesome.